Hi, I'm Sabrina Ghayour. Welcome to my kitchen. My roasted vegetable freekeh with Zhoug is just the ticket to share with your friends and loved ones, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. This particular dish is a fantastic dish for any occasion. It's really quick and simple to put together, but some secret ingredients really help pack a punch and give you loads of flavor in next to no time. It's the perfect thing for sharing indoors and outdoors with people, but also makes a fantastic addition to, let's say, a roast chicken or maybe a little bit of fish on the side. And it makes great leftovers for your packed lunchbox the next day. So I've got a lovely selection of colourful vegetables. So we've got some courgettes, multicolored peppers, and I've got some aubergines as well. The best part about this recipe is that it goes all in one tray. Super simple, super doable. You don't have to stress. Nice, even cooking, and you can turn your back and go and do something else. So first things first, I'm going to start with the courgettes. I'll just move the peppers out the way for now. You can cut them however you like, but what I like to try and do is get the vegetables roughly cut into the same size. And if you want the full recipe, the link is in the video description. And I'm going to start on my peppers. So just halve the peppers, take the core out, try and get as many of the seeds out as you can, but nobody's going to complain if you leave a few seeds behind. So I'm just going to cut my peppers into strips, just bigger than a centimetre really. And now aubergines, the meat of the Middle East. They really are such a stunning vegetable, especially if you don't have meat in your diet. They're fantastic and offer a really unique texture and flavour, and we want to have that in this particular dish. So I'm going to peel them this time. You don't have to peel them if you don't want to, but why I peel them is because then you get the exposed flesh and some caramelization directly onto the flesh. That's personally why I like to peel them. Okay, so you just want to cut them into pieces that are roughly the same size. This is really the hardest job you'll have to do. Just chopping and chucking onto a tray, nice and simple. What you want to do, don't panic too much about it right now, is try and spread them out, but first we're going to give it the royal treatment. This is one of my house staple ingredients. I always have garlic oil in the house, just because it's like a really clever way to pack in an additional flavor note into something like this. But fret not, if you don't have garlic oil, you can just use olive oil. Give everything a good rub and try and coat it in garlic oil. Lovely, nothing more than that. Now, I'm not going to season this because I don't need to. I'm going to season the overall dish, and that way you can gauge flavour right at the very end. All I'm going to do now is pop them in the oven, 200 degrees fan, and bake them for about 30 to 35 minutes until nice and browned and golden and burnished around the edges. So now the vegetables are roasting in the oven, I'm going to turn my hand to telling you a little bit about the freekeh that we're using. So Waitrose have just launched this amazing range called the Levantine table, and it's lots of my favorite ingredients, including this rather fantastic freekeh. Now, I can hear you thinking, what is freekeh? Freekeh, nothing more than a young harvested smoked green wheat. Really delicious, quite grassy in scent and nutty as well. So in here, I've got 200 grams of freekeh. So what I'm going to do is cook this for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to rinse it cold and wash off any of the hot water because I want to cool it right down, ready for the salad. Right, so that's the vegetables done, roasted, and you can see lots of different color and texture, and that's exactly what we want, a nice, even cooking. Right, so I've got my freekeh here. It's been draining, and you want to get it nice and dry, so let it sit after you've given it a good shake. So the grains have cooked and have fluffed up really nicely and look quite different and sort of much lighter than pre-cooking. Now I've got my vegetables, they've also cooled. My easy way, whoosh! Now, we can focus on adding flavor into this dish. Before I give everything a mix, I'm just gonna add all the ingredients so that when I mix it, I'm not smushing the vegetables too much, okay? So I've got fantastic toasted pine nuts ready to go. I'm gonna chuck the whole thing in because it just adds lots of different crunch and texture. Now, next, this, my secret weapon, a little jar of Zhoug. You can use it in loads of different ways. So it can be a sauce, it can be a marinade, you can use it for roasted meats, you can put it on butternut squash and sweet potato and root vegetables in the oven. It's incredibly versatile, but here it is going to provide the entire flavor base for this salad. In with the whole jar. It's not too much, but it really does pack a punch. It's that wonderful combination of herbs, spices, and right at the end it has a really nice chili kick. It's everything you need. Now the next thing I want to do is go in for the zest and juice of an unwaxed lemon. Now, salt, because we want to season everything carefully. A good amount of salt because we didn't season the vegetables, and we've got some grains to season too. And then lots of pepper. And then the last ingredient, I'm obsessed with these. These are sun-drenched tomatoes, and they come in a really flavoursome oil. So rather than asking you to drizzle oil into this, I thought, why not use the oil in the tub, and you're just packing in extra flavour like garlic and basil. It's absolutely delicious. Just dump them all in here. And I just like to snip them up, just to make sure that everybody gets a little bite of them in every mouthful. Right, now I'm gonna give it a stir. So a big spoon is the way to go because you don't want to crush everything. You want to lift it up, okay? Give it a good mix. Really, really take the time because we want the seasoning, the lemon, and of course that zhoug to really distribute itself beautifully. Can't tell you, the smell is absolutely incredible. Not only is it stupendously colourful, but it really is a delicious, delicious salad. Now, we like to serve everything piled high and generously in the Middle East. It's about abundance and feasting and sharing, so I'm going to attempt to do just that. Nice and easy. Servers in, ready to share. My beautiful roasted vegetable freekeh salad with zhoug, the perfect dish to share.